What's up, guys? Normally I don't do a video on Saturday mornings, but I'm driving back towards my home base at the moment, and I heard and read that Congress finally got its ass in gear, and that is awesome. So they passed a bill or an amendment. I'm not exactly sure which one it is, but it's going to be law. They have basically defunded PBS, NPR, the whole USAID BS at like $9 billion. These are part of the Doge cuts. So, you know, where I kind of get where Elon is coming from with the national deficit, I also, not being an expert here, think that there is still time to try to lower this deficit. And if Trump's bet is right, that growth will eventually outrun the deficit, well, then there was nothing to worry about. We don't know if that strategy is going to work. It might. You don't know. I'm not a financial expert. You know what I'm saying? But it has been basically a bad idea to bet against Trump in any arena. So I don't know. I kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. Either way, the Doge cuts are in. So Congress finally codified some things in the Doge cuts, $9 billion. Now, I know that people are going to go, the doomers are going to go, well, $9 billion is a drop in the bucket compared to the deficit and the shit. Yeah. But these are primary deep state adjacent organizations. And I would say that USAID is deep state, right? The PBS and NPR, that's basically the deep state's propaganda arm, right? So that's gone. No longer funded. That's it. End of story, right? USAID, all this foreign aid BS on trans studies in Nicaragua and whatever the fuck else they were giving money to, gone. It's gone. It's nuked. It's the end, right? Now that is fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. And as much as everybody wants to talk about the Epstein thing, I'm also furious about the Epstein shit. Absolutely. It even looks like we may get some more information on it, but don't get your hopes up, because the administration is not going to admit that they just basically lied to us. So whatever information comes out now about the Epstein shit, it's, you know, I don't think it's going to be any bombshell type stuff. Regardless, right? This is an attack on the deep state, right? What Congress is doing is working with Trump finally to start getting at the deep state, right? And taking away their funding is a major part of it. This way, they can barely fight back. This is a good strategy, right? It is a good strategy. Again, the Epstein thing is a big problem, right? But this is still a sign that they are at least going to try to go at the deep state where it hurts and start holding someone accountable for their actions. Now, that said, just because people are fired and money has been taken away doesn't mean that should be the end of it, right? That there should be, and I don't know if they're happening or not. You know what I mean? I don't know. It hasn't been announced to us, so I don't know. But there should be investigations into people that worked at these organizations, right? To see if there were criminal things committed, which I'm sure there were. You know what I mean? There must be some crimes in there. It's not just a waste of money, right? I don't think that's the case. It's possible, right? It's possible. But I would see how far this all goes. Follow the money, as always, in any investigation, right? Follow the money. When people get murdered, it's, you know, the first thing they do is check, oh, well, did they have a will and testament that was going to somebody? Did they have life insurance? You know, did somebody get rich off their death? Who profits? Basically, who profits, right? And that's what they have to look at. So why was all this money going to these obscure fucking things, right? And was the money really going to those things, or was it going to other corrupt shit? And was it people in USAID that were aware that they were basically laundering money, or, you know, sending money to so-called foreign aid, but it ended up going to somewhere else or somebody else as a way to fill the pockets of somebody they wanted to bribe or whatever. Look for the crimes. Don't just shut it down and go, okay, end of story. Because, like I said, getting fired and getting money taken away is not the same as holding everybody who was involved in that shit where a crime was committed accountable. It just isn't the same. So I am absolutely, I didn't think, I'll be honest, I did not think that Congress was ever going to fucking act on any of this shit. I really thought, nope, they're not going to do it. You know what I mean? It's too entrenched in the deep state apparatus, and they're not going to do it. They did it. So kudos to them. Let's keep this trend going, right? This is exactly the kind of shit that those of us that are really putting our eggs in the basket of accountability for high up people, right? This is exactly the kind of stuff we need to see, right? Now, hopefully they follow through, right? And there will be people held accountable also. But this is indeed an excellent start into actually hitting the deep state in the fucking balls, right? You take away their propaganda arm, you fucking take away their money, and it makes them a lot weaker, right? It's not going to be done in one fell swoop. It's going to be done with different tactics, right? Hopefully some people are going to get arrested and prosecuted as one tactic. Taking away the money is another tactic, is another angle, right? Getting people out of government bureaucratic seats that are unnecessary is another tactic, right? It's another angle. It's another angle to fight the deep state. And these things do show that they are at least willing to start hitting the deep state where it hurts, right? And I know the deep state is like this term that nobody can really define. Look, the deep state is a couple of different things. It's the entrenched bureaucracy, the administrative state that always has a job, no matter who's president, no matter who's in Congress, they have a job, right? It's them. It's the intelligence agencies that just basically are rogue and do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? It's people within the higher ups of the FBI and also their loyal minions, you know what I mean, that are in there. It's all of it. It's such a big apparatus that has grown over so much time that one quick hit and it's done isn't going to do it. So you've got to come at it from different angles. This is at least one angle. We can be extremely happy about that because it does show that maybe I was wrong. I don't know yet. Maybe I was wrong, but it does show that they might very well be starting to hold people accountable that need to be held to account. Let's hope so, right? Let's hope so. But either way, kudos to Congress. I thought I'd make this video on a Saturday to give everybody a nice and positive weekend for once. It's been a long time, even though Trump's on a lot of good wins, right? The Epstein shit and, the Democrats still basically getting away with rampant assistance of illegal aliens. It kind of gave us the impression that the kibosh was on this attacking the deep state shit, right? Getting rid of the deep state, uprooting the deep state. That's the kind of feeling I got. And as every week went by, it was like the frustration was building up, right? I think it's like that for a lot of people. So let's take this as a win, which it is. Even if nothing else happened after this, right? That wouldn't be good. Okay, don't take me wrong here. But even if nothing else happened after this, it is still awesome to see these people get a slap in the face at least, right? At least get a little kick in the balls. At least get their fucking, golden goose taken away. And, this stupid propaganda PBS, NPR shit stops getting free money that you guys pay for in America. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's good. That's good. That's going to save you guys a little money. Now, it depends where the government uses that leftover money for. You know what I mean? But I would assume that people should be happy with the fact that these organizations have at least been taken down. It is a start. It is only 6 months in. There still could be great things to come. You know what I'm saying? There really could. And so as pissed off as we are about Epstein, let's wait it out and see if they still decide to go after the deep state, right? we're not going to find out why they're lying about Epstein, right? We know they're lying about it. I don't think we're going to find out why. Not with any great confession on their part or any sort of hard proof, unless, of course, Ghislaine Maxwell comes with some proof or some of the victims come with proof. That would be different, right? But, it's been a long time, and there could be 1,000 reasons why they're lying about it. One might be embarrassment. One might be loyalty to, intelligence agencies in other countries. Whatever it is, we're not going to find out what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to find out why they're lying. So they can still make it up, though. They can still go and get rid of the deep state as much as they can during Trump's administration. And that will show us that, okay, the more they go after the deep state, right, the more I will start to believe that maybe they have an excellent reason for this cover-up of the Jeffrey Epstein information, right? Maybe, because there's a lot of shit about that shit we don't know. There's a lot of stuff we do know. There's a lot of stuff we don't know. We know something is up. We know something is fishy. We know he had at least teenage girls at the house, that have testified that they've massaged him and shit like that. You know what I mean? But do we know that other people are on tape fucking little girls? No, we don't know that. That is an assumption we've made, right? We know there's something up with Jeffrey Epstein's money. We know all of those things. But we don't know what reason the administration has chosen to reverse course on it and lie about it. We don't know. We're not going to know. So can the administration redeem itself for a lie? Absolutely. And this is a great start. Congratulations to Congress for finally getting a fucking spine. This is great. We want to see more of it. Good riddance to NPR, PBS, USAID. Adios. End of story. Awesome. That's awesome, I have to say. So, you got to look at the good and the bad here, right? Epstein shit, bad. Getting rid of USAID, PBS, and NPR, fucking awesome. Now, ask yourself, at what point will the administration, for you, have redeemed itself for the Epstein debacle, right? There's got to be a point. I know there's people out there that are like totally off the train now. They're like, no, you know what I mean? Nope, this is the one thing. This was my one issue. Well, that's dumb. You know what I mean? That's dumb. You don't elect a president to basically shut down a specific pedophile ring, right? Now, I know he campaigned on it. He shouldn't have, right? But presidents, you elect a president to get stuff done that is way more important in your daily life, right? And so people who are now like, okay, the Epstein thing, that's the end, without knowing 100% for sure what the story is, that's crazy, okay? That's crazy, right? I know I've been pissed off about it. I've been vocal about it, but I've said all through that time, as vocal as I am about it, I'm not going to drop Trump over it right now. You know what I mean? This is not enough. There's been more good things than bad things, right? More good things than bad things, and the USAID shut down and the whole thing, no more money. $9 billion. Hey, it may not be a lot to the government, but to the people, that's a shitload of money, right? That's a shitload of money. I heard a Congress guy say they haven't done anything like this in 35 years, right? So those Congress people have been sitting there for 35 years just signing off and rubber stamping this fucking crazy money to programs they don't even know where it's going. They're not really doing a good accounting of where the money's going and what it's being used for and who they continue to give it to and who not. Nothing. They haven't done shit for 35 fucking years. And somehow Trump got these people that have mostly been there for 35 years, right? I mean, a lot of these Congress people are dying in their seat, right? Mitch McConnell's like freezing up on the camera. It's like Joe Biden. Dianne Feinstein basically died in Congress. You know what I'm saying? It's unreal. So these people have all been there. The people that are now saying, oh, we did it, they are the people that have been there for 35 years basically sitting on their fucking hands. So Donald Trump has got them moving too. And hey, hallelujah. All right, maybe there will be a new turn of the leaf for America if these people finally get on board, and it looks like they are. So take the win for the weekend, people. Hopefully you guys have an awesome weekend. This was Saturday, the 19th of July, 2025. We'll see you guys on Monday. Be happy about this, really. Take it as a win.